Okay, today we're building some new rabbit cages, and I know a couple of people have asked how we're building these cages, and what we're using here is a basic 1x1 mesh, 16 gauge for the sides and the top and the doors. The bottom's made out of 1x1/2 inch. You can see the difference here. That's the recommended. That's the recommended spacing for floors to protect the feet of the rabbits. We're trying different styles of J-clips. Now the J-clips, I'll explain to you. These are kind of partially closed, you can see. And then these ones here, I think. Where's the other bag? Where's the other bag?
On the back of the ATV.
So the other one, bring them over here. So these ones here, and we're getting them from different sources, so we're trying them out. These are open. And we found the difference with using the open style versus ones that were like partially rolled was that we can get onto the corners here easily with the open one. And this makes it difficult because what you have to do in the bottom of the cage is you can put in a strip right here. I'll give you some. That's a strip of what the bottom is, and we put that along the bottom like this, and that's called a baby saver strip. And what that does is prevents the newborn babies from rolling out sideways through the cage. So you only have to do 3 inches of it, and that goes around the inside of the cage, or the outside, doesn't matter, of the cage that you plan on having your doe nurse. So that has to be kind of incorporated in there. You put a clip in here.
Yeah.
We'll demonstrate how to put the clips in. Now there's a few tricks that you're going to find out that'll help you along the way. We have 2 styles here. We bought some cheap pliers, and then we bought these. These are a nicer style. That's it. The clip's installed, which I don't know why you put 2 together, but whatever.
Whatever.
And that gives you an idea of the cage. Now this cage measures 36 by 24 by 24. Usually have a 14-inch door, and we like big doors, easy to get the buns in and out.
Which is why we have to have the baby saver separate.
Yeah, and then we do.
Because there is wire available without the.
Yeah, we use a bigger because you can buy cage wire with the baby saver built right in, but it makes short cages. Now they don't have much height to them, so we like a lot of height. As stated in earlier videos, that's what we do. We feel that's the best for the rabbits, to make a higher cage so they get a full 24-inch high cage. As far as the tools, you got to have a really good set of side cutters. Something like a channel lock. We have another pair. I don't know where they are right now. They're made in Germany. I think Nipex, I'm not sure. But something like this. Good 8-inch. These are kind of cheap. These are junky. Because the idea is you want to cut real close, and then if we have little nibs left over, we take a 4.5-inch grinder with a flap disc on it, and we'll knock them down. We're just all about keeping the cages as safe as they can possibly be. We don't want to get scratched by little burrs of wire, and we don't want our animals to be scratched either. So that gives you an idea of what it takes to build a cage. You're probably looking at your first cage maybe take 3 hours if you take your time at it, and you got to think about it, because if you make the little mistakes that we've learned along the way from making, when you put in your baby saver, the horizontals should touch the other horizontal, and that way when you crimp it, it's easier to get the wire together. So if I was putting this inside, see, like, you got to think about it. You got to think about how you're doing, because you want your horizontals to be together as much as you can, because these verticals when they go vertical to vertical, you're putting your spacing too far away and you won't be able to get your J-clip around the two. So you got to think about it a little bit. You got to plan it out. We still make mistakes on the cages all the time because we've only built a few with this way. So we're trying different things to get along, to get it to go easier. Here we got a panel made now. You can see the baby savers built right into it before we put it together. So we're trying that as well. We're going to try one welding only because we got like a lot of welding equipment and that's what we do. We're millwrights, welders, whatever you want to say. We do a lot of that for a living, so we have a lot of different equipment on hand. But you could get away with just J-clips and pliers. They do a good job. So we're going to play around with it. We're going to see which produces better results. And we got 3 cages to build today because we have the three new additions. So that's what we're working on. Anyway, because there's been some people that ask questions about the cages, so I thought I'd include some how-tos or some ideas that we use. By no stretch of the imagination are we expert cage builders, but we seem to be getting a good read on it, and we're able to do it. So I hope that kind of helps to give you an idea of where we're going. And I'll tell you now, we have a place here that's close to Harbor Freight in the U.S. or Princess Auto. That's where these came from. They're okay. They're nice and heavy, but they're really tough to get around 2 wires.
3 wires.
3 wires. So I don't know. These ones here we bought at Tractor Supply, TSC, and they're open style again, and they're phenomenal. So that's the ones I'd recommend. They're a little lighter gauge, and they twist easier because your hand will get sore from putting all these clips in.
Heavy shit too.
Yeah,
blisters, all kinds of stuff.
You get blisters, like, so try to do, every 3 spacing, start at the corner, move over, miss 2, go to the next one, stuff like that. I mean, you don't have to make these cages bulletproof by any stretch. You're only rabbits inside there. So anyway, there you go. There's an idea. The tools that you need. Spend a little bit of money, make the job easier, buy real good cutters. And yourself, here's 2 different styles. This is the other style of J-clip pliers. I mean, this is as cheap as it gets. And they work okay. They look like crap, but they look like they're made of Chinesium, but they seem to do the job, so we're not going to complain. Anyway, there you go. Cage Building 101. Thanks again. Remember, subscribe, check back often. And, give us a like. Thank you, and have a good day.